for the Small Town Throwdown. Saturday, January 23rd at Glenn County Stadium in Brunswick. Small Town Throwdown. Benefit concert starring Montgomery Gentry and Justin Moore and several area bands including Justin Dukes. We'll see you there.
WIFO 105.5 FM Jessup, Big Dog Country.
This is Bill Parker with Parker Insurance and Realty, your locally owned and operated independent insurance agency. We specialize in home, auto, commercial, ATV, motorcycle, and boat insurance. Being an independent agency, we have the ability to find you the best price available to suit your insurance need. At Parker Insurance and Realty, we can help you package your insurance or find the specialty insurance required to get you covered. We are your source for any real estate needs, whether buying or selling, we can help you. Give us a call today so we can discuss your insurance or real estate needs. Parker Insurance and Realty, 265 South Macon Street, 427-9345. That's 427-9345.
When you have an accident, you, not the insurance company, chooses the body shop, and you only need one estimate. All you have to do is call Jerome Riles at B&C Collision Center in downtown Scriven to deal with the adjusters and insurance company. Whether it's a little ding or a major crash, that B&C Collision Center across from Wasden Cabinet Shop in Scriven, deal with the insurance company so you don't have to. Call them at 579-2274. That's 579-2274.
Are you thinking of selling your home or business? Hi, I'm Gloria, and as a realtor, I know that getting rid of the clutter in your home is one of the best ways to help sell your house quickly. At Jessup Premium Storage, our family-owned company provides a convenient and secure building for all of your storage needs. We now offer outdoor covered parking for that antique car, boat, or RV. Due to our recent expansion, we offer units that range in size from as small as a bedroom closet to as big as a one-car garage. All of our units are inside and climate controlled with 24-hour access and security. Our leases run month to month, so you're not locked into a long-term commitment, giving you the flexibility to move your belongings out the minute you purchase your new home. Stop by today or give us a call, 530-8003. That's 530-8003. Jessup Premium Storage.
They're cool, clean, and secure.
The all-new Mike Birch Ford in Blackshear saves you big money with 0% interest on select new Fords. Ask our salespeople about saving over $10,000 on a brand new Ford F-150, America's best-selling pickup for 39 straight years. A 4-inch rough country lift kit will be given away, concert tickets, wild adventure passes, and gift certificates, and many other prizes to be given away. Each Wednesday in January is Ladies' Day. Ladies, come to the house Good Service built and get a free car wash with oil and filter change. The best time of the year to buy new tires, only $5 over cost. Come celebrate with us and save big money with huge Mike Birch Ford discounts, Ford rebates, or 0% interest. You pick the deal and save.
If you're looking for an incredible deal on a new or pre-owned vehicle from the dealer who has always put you first, stop the search. Call the all-new Mike Birch Ford in Blackshear. Online at MikeBirchFord.com.
This is Sammy Dixon. Thank you. Thank you very much for your business.
All right, Big Dog Country Radio, WIFO 105.5 FM in Jessup. And let's see here, 2 minutes after 8 o'clock, WIFO FM in Jessup, 105.5 on your FM dial. World famous Butch and Bob Show, brought to you by Parker Insurance and Realty. Also brought to you by B&C Collision Center in Scriven and Jessup Premium Storage out here on the Waycross Highway. And also brought to you by Mike Birch Ford in Blackshear. All right, we're going to get things. We got two different guests in this morning, but one of them's by phone. And Bob, you want to go ahead and introduce our special guest this morning via phone?
Our first district congressman, Buddy Carter's on the phone to talk about the State of the Union address last night. Buddy, always good to hear from you. Appreciate that you called in, and I know you want to comment on that speech last night.
Well, I do, Bob. I tell you, first of all, thank y'all for having me. I appreciate it very much. But, last night was so disappointing. I was not surprised, quite honestly, but I was certainly disappointed. I thought the president missed another great opportunity, an opportunity to outline a strategy to fight back and to destroy ISIS, an opportunity to outline a strategy of how we're going to put America back to work. But instead, he seemed to want to talk about just things like closing Guantanamo Bay or penalizing law-abiding citizens by taking away their Second Amendment rights. And I just found that to be very disappointing.
But when you watched it last night, after he's done speaking, this is what people get fed up with. It's just party politics at its best. No Republican had anything good to say. Democrats praised it. So, that's why people just tuned out. That's why Donald Trump's leading the polls in the Republican Party, because people are fed up with politicians.
Well, I think you're right. And Bob, you make a good point. And I try to be cognizant of that, and I try to search for good things out of the president's speech, things that perhaps I can hold on to, and I just have to be quite honest with you. The thing that there were two things that appalled me the most. First of all, the thing that absolutely appalled me was the fact that the president talked about the Constitution and how important our Constitution was, yet here is a guy who has constantly just trampled all over our Constitution and paid no attention whatsoever to our Constitution or to the separation of powers, and that was just appalling to me. But I wondered after what happened yesterday with Iran seizing the 2 boats and keeping and having the 10 troops prisoner, what he would say about it, and to no surprise, he didn't say anything at all. And I found that to be very appalling as well.
I think he did get right, and he said that since he took office, the discord between the two parties is worse than it was when he took office. But as the Michael Jackson song says, you need to look in the mirror. I mean, he's one of the persons that has caused the discord. Would you agree with that?
Well, and you're absolutely right. And fair or unfair, it's his responsibility as president, whoever holds that office, to try to make that better. And we need to do our part in Congress too. I agree with that. But at the same time, he has done nothing to reach out to any of us over here. Even, I'll be quite honest with you, even the Democrats in Congress, in the House that I know, they're frustrated with him. And they'll tell you, he didn't call us. We don't hear from him. And it's just, the separation of powers to him means that I just don't have anything at all to do with it.
When you think of presidents, you think of leadership, and the one thing that frustrates many Americans is he still has no strategy for this ISIS situation. He just kind of just dismisses it, doesn't really want to talk about it. I want to get your thoughts on that and the feeling of Washington, D.C. What is the strategy? How do you solve this issue?
Well, first of all, there's no strategy coming out of the White House. And, people are scared. People in America are scared right now with good reason. They should be. The number one responsibility of the federal government is to take care of our citizens and take care of our homeland. The president is not leading at all. He's not giving us a plan that we can all coalesce behind, that we can all get behind and support him with. And I think that's going to be the legacy of the Obama presidency, is that he didn't provide any leadership at all. But we are going to stay focused in the House. We are going to do what we're supposed to do to protect Americans, to improve the vetting system, to make sure that the people who are coming over here aren't coming over here to hurt us. That's our responsibility. We're not going to lose focus. We're going to stay focused on it, and we're going to do our job.
It was his final State of the Union address. That seemed to be the celebration. It is his final. This is the last one. The presidential race is underway. I want to get your thoughts on this presidential race. The Republican Party is still wide open, a lot of candidates, but Donald Trump continues to draw thousands of people at all his events. He seems to continue to be the front runner. Do you think that'll hold up between now and Election Day?
Bob, I honestly don't know. To be quite honest with you, I'm surprised it's held up this long, but I think it's real. I think it's very real. I think Donald Trump hits on all the high points, and where, as I may question sometimes his substance and the depth of some of his policies, there's no question about it. He is striking a nerve out there, and you said it earlier. People are upset, and that's why they're going to people like Donald Trump and to Ted Cruz, who are running anti-Washington campaigns, and they're just fed up with it. And they truly want to see a change, not a change like Obama promised us or that he brought us, but a true change where where Washington starts listening to the people and starts doing what the people are telling him needs to be done.
And if you just joined us, Buddy Carter on the phone talking about last night's State of the Union address by President Barack Obama. It's surprising on the Republican Party, the Democratic Party race continues to be very surprising as well, as Bernie Sanders continues to lead in Iowa, continues to lead in New Hampshire. People are just shocked by those polls coming out there. They continue to say that Hillary's campaign's in trouble under possible investigation by the FBI. What are you hearing in Washington about that? Is there any possibility that she gets indicted before the election hits?
Well, I think there is a possibility. In fact, I think there are people who are pushing for that right now, and you better watch out. I'm telling you, the biggest difference in my mind between the Republican primary and the Democratic primary, if you look at our primary in the Republican Party, we've got a lot of talent there. I mean, yeah, there's a lot of people still involved in it, but there's a deep bench there and a very talented group. Whereas when you look at the Democrats, I mean, they've got two candidates essentially, and you know, I'm not sure either one of those are really good choices. At least we have good choices in the Republican primary.
Again, just want to get your overall thoughts again. You want to call in, give your thoughts on the speech last night. Again, as I mentioned, most Democrats praised it. Most Republicans thought it was pretty lame and boring. Just want to get you're up there. I think this is your second one you were able to sit and listen to. Is that correct?
That is correct. That is correct. And, overall, again, I just have to say that I'm disappointed. I'm not surprised, but I am disappointed. I think the president missed a great opportunity again. We're going to do our job in Congress. We're going to stay focused on keeping America safe, on building an opportunity economy, and on practicing fiscal responsibility. But I'm just afraid that the legacy the Obama presidency is going to leave is going to be a legacy of failed leadership.
Buddy, always good to talk to you. Appreciate you tuning or calling in. Again, you're always welcome on the Butch and Ball Show anytime. And when you get back to this area, hopefully you can be in the studios with us and talk more with us about what's going on up in Washington, D.C. But we do appreciate you calling in, and stay warm in Washington.
Yeah, it's cold up there, and it's tough on the South Georgia boys. So thank you, Bob. I appreciate it.
Look it up. Again, those comments.
First, District Congressman Buddy Carter, appreciate him calling in with his thoughts on the State of the Union event. Again, we've got another guest in the studio with us. Again, this is Fairhaven Day. They got a big event coming up in February. It's called Starry Night. Features Wayne County's Crystal Hopkins, and today we've got Alan Anderson in to tell us more about it. He's on the Fairhaven board. Alan, good to see you. Appreciate you coming in.
Hey, good to be here, Bob. I'm glad I'm doing a work study program out at the prison. I'm glad they released me this morning. Be over there with you. It's always get a good out of there. We're having, we're all about fundraising right now, Bob. Fairhaven does a tremendous service for 3 counties, Wayne being the main one. We take care of women and their children who are just victims of domestic violence. That takes a lot of money, and it takes at times a lot of fundraising. So we're having a big event Friday, February 5th. At 7:30 p.m. We're pulling out all the stops. We've got we're going to have Miss Georgia Adeline Kennerly there. Crystal Hopkins is our big act. She'll be coming on from 8:30 to 9:30. We're going to have a social hour, and we just want folks to come out and have a great time. Right now we're looking for sponsors at small businesses like myself. And we're also selling tickets. They're $25 each, or you can get 5 tickets for $100. We get enough tickets. There'll be another special act. I'll be doing some hip hop clogging, and I'm trying to cover all cultures.
You go for it, Alan.
So we just we just really need everyone's help. Locally. We've got some great sponsors already. If you want me to go over those,
sure. We want to give them recognition.
I'd love to give them some recognition. Our gold sponsors right now: Boykin Still and Crane, Dr. and Mrs. Jeffrey Harris, Jan Henning, Dr. Howard, and Deborah Wasden. Overholt General Contractors, Wayne Memorial Hospital, and then our silver sponsors are Christine's Realty, Denny Frazier, Harrison Company, CPA, Jamie and Ralph Hickox, Jacob and Mary Jo Nicodem, Rayonier, Artworks, Advertising and Design. And then our bronze sponsors, Mobile Concrete, Mr. and Mrs. Dale Keith, Dana Mathis, Kim Rozier, CPA, MLC Custom Draperies and Bedding, Wayne County Magazine, Diana Winiger, and Sea Island Web Design. And we need twice
Which
that
is
many.
you.
That's
You're
me.
Sea Island.
I am
Web
Sea
Design.
Island Web Design.
That's right. Alan Anderson and Sea Island Web Design on the board of directors for Fairhaven here in Jessup.
You mentioned tickets. Where can they get them, and what number do they need to call?
Good question, Bob. The best place, we've got 2 or 3 places. You can certainly go to Fairhaven Market on Broad Street. Their number is 912-588-1998. They're open all day. Get them there. We've also got Prime South Bank We've got Christine's Realty, Chamber of Commerce. We all, it's right downtown, easy to get to. And then I have tickets also. They can call me at 912-424-7113. And I certainly have tickets available too.
Okay, don't you have a presenting sponsor for the event?
Butch, here's the big one. Mike Birch Ford. He put out the money, and he needs to sell a lot of cars now. But he is
Mike Birch Ford.
That's right.
Is the presenting sponsor for this Fairhaven event coming up, for a big fundraiser coming up in February.
Exactly right.
We understand that, the event gets underway at 7:30. We want people to get there early, though, because they have a red carpet event where they're going to.
Man, yeah, Bob, we've got, red carpet. We don't have that in Jessup very often. We think Adeline might be bringing a couple of guests early, like maybe Grayson Lambert. That's a rumor going around. Can't promise that. Maybe a majorette here and there. We have a social hour. It's family friendly. We've got desserts and coffee, and we're just going to have a great time. And it's just, can we think of a better cause than protecting women and kids from abuse? So we want you to come on out. We think the tickets are very reasonable because we're going to really put on the show. But yeah, red carpet. We're going to have we've got entertainment by Young Attitudes Dance Center, Gina's Gyms, Corky Sykes World Class Karate, and as I say, some University of Georgia celebrities. So there's kind of something for everybody. We're going to have ice cream and just the work. We're going to have dancing. You don't want to miss me dancing. That's
oh yes.
I rarely allow that to be videoed, but I'm going to dance.
Yeah.
And
you go for it, Alan.
We're going to have a great time. And this is one time. I know we've all we're broke from Christmas and we've maxed our cards out maybe, but this is a time where we really need your help for this.
Okay.
As you mentioned, it's for a good cause. Again, for people out there who may not know what Fairhaven's about, explain. You were on the board, and I said you're well aware of these people.
Sure
what
thing, Bob.
Just talk about the program in general.
That's I love talking about that. I went out to sell them a website a couple of years ago. Had no intention of being any kind of volunteer or anything, but I met a little boy there. Julian Birch took me on the tour, and his arm was disfigured. And I just happened to say, he is such a good kid, friendly. And I said, hey, buddy, what happened to your arm there? I really thought maybe a birth defect. I thought that's what it was. He said, well, my dad, this happened when my dad threw me against the wall. And that was it for me. And I said, well, I gotta
got involved.
Didn't think I had time, but I just made a little bit of time. Women who are suffering from abuse or their kids, the police help us out a lot also, but we literally hide them from the abuser. We get them into a period of rehabilitation. We give them a place to stay. We give the kids a bed. Then we work on trying to help them get a job, help them separate themselves from the abuser. Sometimes it takes 5, 6, 7 times. And try to get them permanent housing. Some of these proceeds all will help us buy furniture for them. That a lot of times when they have been abused, they come with nothing.
Mm-hmm.
They come in the back of a police car, scared to death, and they have nothing. And so we want to make sure that the kids have clothes that they can wear. We put them right back in school. And sometimes it runs pretty tight, let me be honest. And that again, this event will help us not just for a couple of weeks, but we hope it helps us for the remainder of 2016.
Again, just a great cause, like I say, great program. Unfortunately, people find themselves in these situations. Like I said, I've been through the court system, see it all the time. So, again, just hats off to the people of Fairhaven, people like yourself on the board. And again, this should be a great event. It's good to see Crystal come and perform. Like I said, you got the several other events as well. Adeline Kennerly, Miss George will be on hand. It'd be nice if she does bring Grayson. That'll be a nice treat if he's there as well. So again, just want to remind everybody, get your tickets. The date again, Friday, February 5th at 7:30 Coastal Pines Technical College. And again, tickets are available at several locations now at the Chamber, at Fairhaven. Where else? Christine's.
Prime South, Christine Realty, I have them, Sea Island Web Design has them available also.
Okay, well, again, we look forward to the event. Anything else you want to talk about?
I tell you, I just appreciate you guys letting us be on and making this time for us.
They come every Wednesday before the event, so we got something lined up every Wednesday to promote the event from Fairhaven. So
we
appreciate you coming in.
I've got to be back out at the penitentiary about 8.
I'll make sure.
I really enjoyed this little bit of freedom.
We hate to see them.
Yeah. I want y'all to know that Alan's a jokester. All right, Alan Anderson in here this morning, Board of Directors of Fairhaven, talking about the big fundraising event they've got coming up in February at Coastal Pines Technical College, and we'll talk to someone else from Fairhaven next Wednesday. Alan, you have a most wonderful day.
Thank you for allowing us to be on the show. I really enjoyed it.
Okay, all right. We'll be back more of the world-famous Butch and Bob show in just a moment.
When it comes to growing a family business, we understand the business of growing. At First Southern Bank, we've been meeting the needs of South Georgia farmers for over 100 years with competitive ag loan rates, including equipment loans, farmland loans, and lines of credit. First Southern Bank has all the banking tools you need to help keep your growing business growing. First Southern Bank, investing in you since 1907. For loan rates and more, visit firstsoutherngA.com. Member FDIC, equal housing lender.
Well, Bob, I want to talk about what everybody's talking about. The $1.45 billion Powerball. I got mine this morning. When I stopped by and got me some coffee. And so I've got the winning numbers right here. Nobody else needs to play now. Well, go ahead and play because I'll add to my pot. And looking forward to paying off some debts with this money.
What frustrated me, I had tickets for last time.
Yes, I did.
But I hit the Powerball on 2 of my tickets, and I thought, oh, man, I come $4 measly.
Well, at least you got $4 to reinvest to try to win the big money. Big money.
$800 million in the pot. They can't give me but $4 when I hit the Powerball.
Well, there's tons of folks out there that hit the Powerball.
Yeah, but all you got was $4 measly.
That's it.
$4.
Yeah.
Back to one ticket I had the Powerball in 2 numbers.
Oh, 2 numbers. I'm lucky to have one number at all.
That only got me $11, so I wasn't real excited. But I will have it. Like I said, as I said on the news, you can't win if you don't have a ticket.
That's right. Can't win if you don't play. And just think of it as a donation for education.
Right.
That's basically what it is.
Somebody's got to win.
Somebody's got to win sooner or later. Okay, and I always do. I let the computer pick because they say that's about the best way of doing it. You know, some people pick their lucky numbers and play it. If you do pick lucky numbers like birthdays, anniversaries, event dates, and stuff like that, play those same numbers over and over and over and over again. But I don't do that. I don't fill up a card. I just go in there and say, let the computer pick it. This can do a probably better job than I can.
It's just amazing to watch the national news to see the lines across the country. I mean, fortunately, there's not any.
I haven't seen any lines. I just you go right there.
Yeah. Watch the national news. There's some place the lines are out the door. I mean, they're selling them every minute.
Every minute. Yeah. So about $1.5 billion could really help out some folks. So you can't win if you don't play. And don't invest, I do have to put a lot of money in there. I bought 2, so that's $4. That's it.
Yeah, just remember the chances of winning are very slim.
Yeah, like 1 in 292 million or something like that.
Don't spend your life savings.
Yeah, you don't want to do that.
Heard a lot of people going in together. A lot of groups are going together.
Yeah, a lot of groups go in together. All right, but we'll find out tonight about 11 o'clock if somebody has won that somewhere, somehow. $1.5 billion.
I just love people. They say, if you won, would you show up at work the next day? The answer is no. I won't be here.
You won't be here? Oh, Bob, I know you'd be here.
I promise you, if I win $1.4 billion, I'm like Jonathan. I'll be on a beach somewhere. No need to come to work.
Oh yeah. A lot of people have, they were thinking, well, I just cannot show up. I, owe it to my, myself and to my coworkers and to the company and so forth. But other people just say, I won't be there, or they just don't show up. But most people have enough character they'd show up and work for maybe a day or so and then move on. Because in this situation, Bob, you get on the mic and gloat.
That's the problem. You really don't want to win.
You don't. Yeah. Well, if you win, you want to stay very quiet. They have all kinds of advice from folks on what to do if you do win.
You're not going to be able to just be quiet. I heard that story yesterday talking about on AM 1370 Fox Sports. If I won, can I pay him just $10 million to keep myself anonymous? And they said, nope, you can't do it. And they're going to let everybody know that you won. So
yeah, but every state is different. In the state of Georgia, if you win, you're required to do that. Now, they do say that you can set up some sort of LLC that can be a front type thing, and you can hide your name, and it's just this particular false situation set up that can win it. Some states you don't have to mention who you are, but in the state of Georgia, when you buy a lottery ticket, you are basically contract agreeing that they have the right to use your picture, your image, everything to be able to help promote lottery.
I have a lot of relatives who say if you win that, you'll find every relative you ever. Everybody will be.
Every friend, every relative, everybody will want a piece of the pie, Bob. Yeah. But there's all kinds of advice. First of all, you go get to a really good tax attorney or accountant and attorney and try to, start with them. Just be quiet about it for a few days until you get everything set up. Change your phone number. They got all kinds of advice to do if you happen to win. Don't go shouting from the treetop that you won and telling everybody. Get everything set up first, then come forward. So just be smart about it. And they say it's better to take the annuity over the 30 years because that way you'll make sure you get your $1.5 billion, where if you take it the cash option thing, you'll get several hundred million. And of course, all the taxes come out at that time on the federal and state, where if you take it over 30 years, then you're going to pay, you can get all the money and pay less taxes. So, for some reason, people always seem to want to take the money. Get it all up front instead of the annuity each year, getting payments each year. What would you do, Bob? Take several hundred million or get the 1.5 billion over 30 years? It will still, your state will still get it. I mean, you can put it in your will that so-and-so can get it.
I'll take what they give me. Like I said, the government's going to get their share. Just tell me what the bottom line figure is that I can I want it all I can get.
All right, because you know that money, once you put it into a financial institution, it's only, guaranteed up to $100,000, $250,000 or something like that? Oh. Do you think it'd be safer for the federal government to hold on to it?
Give me my money.
Just give you your money, huh? All right, well, Powerball going on right now. Folks are excited about it, talking about it. It's amazing. You don't get that excited when it's like, 2 million or 3 million. Yeah, well, that's just 2 or 3 million. Like, who has that in their pocket, But you get up to several hundred million and over $1 billion, people start getting excited about it.
Just be smart. Like I said, don't spend your life.
No, you can. No.
You only need one ticket to win.
Just one.
$2.
$2.
That's all you need.
Yeah. And I spent $4, Bob. I got mine. Yeah, I spent $4. Yeah. So, yeah, you can spend $100, $500, $1,000. It doesn't matter. But it's going to be exciting to see who wins tonight, and if they do. I mean, it's never been this high before. It's never been over $1 billion.
It's never hit the billion. Just the largest ever.
I know, $1.5 billion, which shows you all those tickets purchased throughout the country. Millions and millions and hundreds of millions of them couldn't hit the jackpot. So, a few tickets, more likely you're not going to hit it, but it's good to dream.
The federal government needs to get involved in this. They can pay off the national debt with this.
Yeah, they'll get about $400 million. Government officials can go on some more vacations then, Bob.
I keep hearing about this national debt. Here's a good way to pay it off.
Yeah, well, no, that's a drop in the bucket. But they'll probably look and say, hey, us government officials, we can take some more vacations. Look at this $400 million bonus we got here. Yeah, so some more politicians hitting the airways and flying here, there, and yonder. It was good that Buddy Carter, Representative Congressman Buddy Carter, called in this morning to give us his comments on the State of the Union address last night. And we appreciate Buddy doing that. And as you mentioned, usually the State of the Union addresses, especially in the past, 20 years, 30 years, has really become just a partisan thing where you got The party who's giving the speech, hey, he's great. And the party that's not giving the speech, well, there was no good points there. It's amazing, isn't it?
I'm just glad the NFL had a press conference. I watched that instead.
Yeah.
I was watching the Roger Goodell talk about the Rams going back to Los Angeles.
That's right. The Rams, after 21 years, heading back to L.A. And possibly the Chargers, possibly the Raiders going too.
All right.
Raiders have been looking at purchasing land in San Antonio last year, and have been talking with the officials down there. So it could be the San Antonio Raiders in a year or two.
Just glad it wasn't Jacksonville. I said for years there was speculation.
Yeah, there were
Jacksonville's right where they need to be, in Jacksonville.
In Jacksonville. All right, Bob. Any other words of wisdom or comments this morning on anything?
I just reminded football banquet's tomorrow night. $15 tickets at the door. Everyone's invited. So
all right,
that's tomorrow night.
Sounds good, Bob. All right, the world famous Butch and Bob Show brought to you by Mike Birch Ford in Blackshear, BNC Collision Center in Scriven, by Jessup Premium Storage out here on the Waycross Highway, and also brought to you by Parker Insurance and Realty, located on Macon Street in downtown Jessup across from the Heritage Bank. It is 8:30. Let's check in the latest news from Fox News Radio.
Fox News Radio. I'm Dave Anthony.
The United States of America